To set our evening's theme, I now ask Senior Anthony Kuceba of Aurora to deliver this year's senior speech.
Good evening. Father Abbot John, Mr. Tinarella, monks of Marmion, esteemed faculty and staff, honored trustees, alumni, parents and guests, and my fellow brothers. Tonight, I am honored to stand before you to recognize a special place we have all come to know as home, Marmion Academy. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to dedicate this speech to my father, mother, and sister Mia, as they continually show me, each and every day, what a blessing life truly is. We are all gathered here tonight to celebrate one of the Marmion community's greatest traditions, Salute to Youth. It is here where we recognize the inevitable departure of the senior class of 2022 and create additional memories that will last us a lifetime. Enjoying one another's presence for one of the final times after just a few short years together is heart-wrenching, yet a blessing. While in each other's company, I find it fitting to commemorate what Marmion has meant to me and so many others in this room tonight. Although I stand as one man before you, the thoughts and emotions I convey would lack fundamental meaning without the countless interactions I've experienced with so many of the fine young men who sit before me. The laughs, the love, the tears, the struggles, they all belong to us and will be cemented in history as some of the greatest years of my life. This is for you. No one can deny that it's been a wild ride for all of us, yet we all seem proud of our journey together. We've had our highs and lows, but these 4 years have all had one thing in common. We had each other. From the beginning, we may not have known one another's name, but we could kind of tell we were stuck together whether we liked it or not. God chose us all, individually, by name, to spend 4 of the greatest years of our lives together. And by God, I partially mean Mom and Dad, who forced us to take the entrance exam just a couple years ago. Now looking back, I realized one of my greatest regrets would be not looking forward to every opportunity that Marmion would bring to me. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Beyond those in this room, no one can see how an all-boys school filled with 500 students who don't put hygiene as their first, or maybe even top 3 priorities, is of any benefit. No one can see why the school uniforms or haircuts, as Mr. B would put it, kills your game with the ladies, could be of any benefit to our high school experience. No one can see why we march around in circles or stay up all hours of the night to study for Father Joel's APUSH test, which we know will fail anyway. No one can see. Well, then consider the rest of the world blind, because we can. We can see that everyone who sets foot into our school is destined to be a part of a greater plan. We can see that the small prices we pay now will pay dividends in our future. We can see how important living a faith life truly is. We can see what it means to be a man of Marmion. Nowhere else on earth could a scrawny 8th grader like myself grow into a man of faith and integrity alongside his brothers. When criticizing Marmion, everyone points to what makes us different. But deep down, we know what truly defines us is our heart. At the heart of Marmion, we have faith, we have love, we have community. We would be nothing without it. To some, Marmion is a school, but we know it is so much more than that. The Abbey, where we gather for all school masses, is also home to the monks of Marmion. Dedicating their entire lives to Christ, no speech would truly be complete without thanking them. The monks teach us to love both one another and ourselves. To those who are familiar faces as they teach and preach around the school, and to others who make their presence known behind the scenes, we all thank you. The monks serve as a constant reminder that faith is still alive and present around the world, praying for each and every one of us. If you still don't believe it, look around. See the presence of Christ working through all of us. I know Marmion brought me faith. I mean, where else could an anxious boy give a speech in front of a room of 700 people? If you still don't believe it, on April 16th, 2022, just 2 short weeks ago, I was confirmed into the Catholic Church. My confirmation saint, Blessed Columba Marmion. And my sponsor, Mr. Mark Malkowski. One of the greatest men, apart from my father, that I've ever met. There is no place like Marmion. Personally, I have cherished every moment that I have spent at Marmion. I like to think my younger self would have looked up to the man I am today, expressing myself and being involved in so many things I would have never dreamed of while back in middle school. One thing that wouldn't have surprised me was that I still play football. My football coach, Coach Thorpe, certainly is to credit for so much of my involvement around the Marmion community. It definitely is a strange dynamic. Your football coach also being your college guidance counselor. The same man who determines what plays will carry the ball also has access to every transcript, ACT score, and service hour you've done, which I'll admit can be frustrating at some points. But herein lies the reason I am so thankful for Coach Thorpe. He was willing to teach me something no other coach dared to. Coach Thorpe taught me there's more to life than football. I may not hold any records to my name, play Division I ball, or be All-State, but I promise I am a better man because of him. Thank you, Coach Thorpe. I would like to think the senior class spent our time well at Marmion. Although we may be referred to as a class of 2022, this year, I think we embodied a new name. We are the comeback class, the only generation of cadets left at Marmion who had the opportunity to truly experience what it was like before the pandemic. We knew how competitive Pride Assemblies needed to be with Mr. Turnerella, who has been nothing short of the greatest example of what it means to be a man of Marmion. We knew to shout at the top of our lungs when Miss D whispered, "Hello, artists." We never forgot how bright that possibly illegal bonfire blazed during homecoming week, or how fun it was to support our brothers at a St. Francis basketball game. We heard how great our voices sounded together singing at an all-school mass, and had seen the joy-filled faces of countless Special Olympic athletes. Our hearts, not our ears, ached for another passionate homily from Deacon Bill Johnson, speaking to what it means to see Christ and be Christ. We so desperately wanted to show our spirit because we knew that when somebody asked us, "Where are you from?" we reply, "Marmion." No, we weren't perfect, but I like to think we got the job done. I have faith that years of cadets to come will idolize the deep bonds that the class of 2022 made with one another. I would like to take a moment to dedicate a moment to Major Emerson, who after serving years for our country has dedicated so much of his time and effort to all things Marmion. Major Emerson, you have left a permanent mark with your charismatic leadership, personable interactions, and admirable humor upon every cadet who has had the pleasure to meet you. Thank you, Major. Parents, let me personally thank you, not only for being here tonight, but for raising your sons into men I am proud to call my brothers. Although we all have our own story to share, I am confident the chapter about high school will be a good one for all of us. If you can't see it yet, just wait. In a few short years, this room will be filled with proud family men. It will sting as we say our final goodbyes, but it will be for the better. We'll have doctors, lawyers, priests, engineers, teachers, first responders, those like myself who will be joining the armed forces, and if we play our cards right, maybe even a couple stay-at-home dads. Perhaps the only thing that truly makes Marmion different are its many takeaways. Beyond a great education, a vast alumni network, and tools to be Christians of tomorrow, we have our memories. Although I will never forget the countless memories Marmion has given to me of all the incredible times we've shared together, there is one memory that I will cherish the most. Getting out of my car in the morning, walking all the way across the parking lot, because Mr. Dimitri gave me a spot all the way next to the tennis courts, through the pool doors and foyer, up the stairs into the senior hallway. It's there that I got to start my day off right every day, seeing 125 smiles, thinking to myself, I wouldn't rather be anywhere than here. Thank you.